Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Yeah, we're excited for Friday. Excited to hop into this next episode of New Girl. The last one was going to be really hard to top, honestly.
I loved it.
Yeah,
It's one of those situations where the episode before it, you're like, where they kissed and everything,
yeah,
and it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna need to see how
yeah.
they follow it up.
Yes,
And I felt like the follow up crushed it. I felt like that last episode and how they dealt with it, and with Sam and
Sam
and
leaving
and,
all that,
and, and everything, and kind of like the battle over the parking space, kind of forcing them to confront each other and everything. I thought it was great, and the episode for me, and I think you agree,
Mhm.
is kind of like the comedy of it really kind of didn't come from their resolve. Like the thing we needed plot wise came from them kind of working through their attraction to each other.
Yeah.
But man, Schmidt and Winston,
Yeah.
as far as bringing the
Just talking
funny
about that,
and
yeah.
the B and C plot lines in that episode were so good.
They're the ones that I watch, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I love everybody in the show.
Yeah,
Everybody's killing it. It's not a false note here, but
Right,
Winston
agreed.
and Schmidt are the two that stand out the most to me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that I would honestly say Nick is still probably my
Yeah.
favorite character.
I
On
don't
the
want
show.
to take anything away from Nick.
Of course,
Jess,
right,
you know,
and I don't think you are, but I get why.
they're like the wacky sidekicks.
That's what I was going to
You know what I
say.
mean?
I was
Yeah.
like, you kind of have, we've got like what are almost now romantic leads
Yeah.
with Jess and Nick.
Mhm.
And again, I still think Nick's my favorite character, but you are right. I really
Yeah.
feel like when the heights of hilarity need punched up, at least at this stretch, Schmidt and Winston really bring it. And Nick's had his moments.
Oh yeah, he has definitely.
You
had
know,
moments.
get,
Julius
got
Pepperwood.
a cookie, gave a cookie. I mean, Nick has had some moments that have completely floored me for sure.
Oh yeah,
But Julius Pepperwood, yeah, I mean, he's been great. Nick's been absolutely great, and I love how schlubby is. And like I said, it's probably just me identifying most with him, which
Sure.
doesn't say great things about me, probably. but you're right. I do think Winston and Schmidt get the chance to be funnier because they're not the main like through line of the story most of the
Yeah.
time. Does that make sense?
it does. And I'm a sucker for a side character like Han Solo.
Absolutely.
That was my
For
favorite
sure,
Star
right.
Wars character. Like always looking for a good side character.
Every kid's favorite side character in Star Wars
That's fair.
until Boba Fett. And did you know? Sorry, sidetrack. Boba Fett in the original trilogy only had 4 lines.
Yeah.
He was my favorite as a little kid, as far as like the toy and everything.
He's like in the Star Wars like holiday special, and then he's a toy, and
Right.
then he gets like 4 lines and
I still never seen the
Empire
holiday
and the
special.
Jedi.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the holiday special either.
yeah. I've been pretty much told that it's worth watching for so bad it's bad.
I got sent the link for it last Christmas. I never watched it.
Yeah, I know it's on YouTube now. I know people for years couldn't get it.
Should
I
we
need
watch it this Christmas coming up?
Yeah, should we do
We got
a
about a
Christmas
year.
special with the Star Wars special? Because I'm kind of curious,
I am
but
too.
I don't know if I'm so curious. Like, when do I sit down and take an hour? Like, let's watch this pile.
Maybe a few cocktails.
We do want to go ahead and welcome Brittany Hanks, Carlaman Escobar, Jamie Thomas, F. Karasand, and Megan Lindrum to our Patreon group. Thanks so much, guys, for being here with us. We sincerely appreciate you.
Yes, we do. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content we have coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below our Patreon page. On all shows, including New Girl, we're at least 4 episodes ahead over on Patreon of where we are on YouTube. So if you want to keep going at the end of this one, that's a good way to go. You will have to sync and watch along on your own device's streaming service. For copyright purposes, you will only see and hear us. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive. We've recently wrapped up Schitt's Creek over on the channel and are just rolling into Dairy Girls now, which will be coming soon to YouTube.
We got some movies coming too.
Absolutely. All right. Pigs and friends. Glad you're. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, that's right. Get started here on episode 18 in 3, 2, 1.
10 anniversary.
10 years? You guys are
anniversary.
like Bert and Ernie.
I got dibs on
Dibs
Bert.
on
Bert and Ernie.
That's funny.
Yeah, Nick is Bert for sure.
Why must you always be like this?
Because you never let me participate in the planning.
Oh no. Yeah.
He's like grumpy mystery.
Jess, are these open for anybody?
Grumpy
Yep.
mystery.
Oh, thank you.
He can't communicate a feeling to save his life.
No, we cannot.
Thinking about his mouth on my mouth.
Hey, Jess. Do I have frosting on my lips? Look in my mouth. Do I have frosting on? Do I have anything
Get
else?
out of here!
That sounds good. Yeah.
That is a strapping young man.
That is Jax McTavish.
Max McTavish.
He looks like Jason Momoa, doesn't
He
he?
does. I think he was on Shameless.
Oh yeah.
I've not seen Shameless, but I've seen enough promos where it was all on Reba.
I never watched either of those.
I want to fall asleep in them like Thumbelina.
How about introducing me?
Yeah, Jess and
Is
Jack.
she out punting her coverage here?
Well, maybe. I think Nick's gonna be a little jealous.
Yeah.
Can't handle that kind of thunder. Hell no. Jax and I are just becoming friends.
Oh, that would mess that up for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
That's not cool.
That isn't cool.
You're not very good with party chores.
You sent out the invitations, right?
Me? I sent them out?
I will give you balloons
Oh, sweet. Balloons are
and porta potties.
porta potties. That sounds like a job for babies.
Does that look like a job for babies? What is the first chore that I gave you?
I have absolutely no memory.
Balloons!
I'm having an anxiety attack.
On balloons and porta potties.
Oh, Nick.
Yes. Now look, I have to go. It's two-man
I can't
celebration.
believe this guy's done a Genslinger at this point.
He has, yeah.
I did not see that
When
coming.
we first saw him, I thought he was gonna be around.
I
I
didn't.
wasn't sure though.
Yeah.
Well, now that the mums approve, when do you want to do this thing?
Like, get married? Yeah, is that what that was?
being proposed to, I would notice it was happening.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just stop saying doing this thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't feel.
No. There's no way they get married.
This does look nice.
It does. Where are the balloons?
And the porta potties.
Yeah. Oh, no, no, no! Come
Pure
on,
10.
man.
Pure 10.
Pure 10.
Take your football back to Europe.
Really?
Who's the douche now? You douche B.
I couldn't stop you from inviting.
He cut out B.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's usually
Bag
D
is the
bag.
word,
Yeah.
I take game away.
I'm getting that mouth on my mouth, and don't you try to stop
Look,
me, you
clearly I have the upper.
Don't hook up with your friend's friends.
There it is. I agree.
fool.
It is wrong to swoop in on a friend.
It is.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
became friends.
Right.
Not the only one who spent a little bit of money on this.
Okay.
Check this out, Schmidt. You're gonna freak out. Hey, I'm presenting it.
Oh my god.
And that ain't no rental. Get up here.
He bought it?
What's that?
That's garbage.
Garbage. That's what the nursing home said about my mattress. I'll take it.
Oh my god.
That's disgusting.
Thank you,
I
man.
gave you a chore and you came through. Yeah, now look, now we have two.
What do you mean we have two of what?
Two bathrooms. Yours and Albano Presidente.
Presidente.
It's the visitor center.
Well,
That's enormous. Why?
I think it's the right thing to bring it in himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going in that gross one.
Come on, let me show you some stuff.
Okay.
And I think Winston has a right to be a little irritated.
I do too.
And I'm still distracted over how gross that porta potty is. It's like, I am not
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
The thing is disgusting.
And there wasn't any place for the waste to go, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a big bowl of soup.
that's this up. Typical. Bye bye. Okay, great. Bite me, you wang. What'd you say, man?
I mean, he was kind of being a wang there.
It is,
Hey,
yeah.
Rang. What is up, my man? Welcome to America. Listen.
Oh my god.
I like you a lot.
I like you too.
How is this going to go wrong? Because you know it is.
Yeah.
I knew I felt this way the moment I met
Too much. It's going to be too much, isn't
Yeah.
it?
you. You,
Oh no. Oh no.
you make me.
Are you okay?
I like you a lot.
Nick, don't resent me for getting my life together.
Oh, you're.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
What are we celebrating Tinfinity?
It's a silly idea for a party, but it's a nice party.
It's a nice party.
Yeah.
He's wrong for thinking for making him say that speech.
Right.
I think he does think he's better than him a little bit.
For sure. But it's also Nick's insecurity, too.
It is.
The truth is, I just got out of a relationship that sort of crushed me.
That's fair.
Excuse me, can I have your
So there's such a height difference there.
excuse me, could I please have your
Well, he's going to do the proposal now to make it big.
Hello.
It's gonna ruin the party.
Yeah. Why is he... That is a really presumptuous to get up there and
wrong
do that.
to you.
Yeah. You didn't. You just took over somebody else's party.
You did.
Yeah, that sucks. The guy lacks all
Yes.
kinds of awareness, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then it's wasted this awesome Queen song,
right.
too.
They're definitely not going to go through with this. You just destroyed somebody else's party
Just ruined the party.
completely.
It's not her fault.
No, it's this guy sucks.
He does
He
suck.
just hijacked somebody
He
else's
does
party
suck, yeah.
completely.
There was something off about him, and now I don't like him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, really.
To report a missing item,
Don't say your heart.
my heart.
That little heart thief.
That I'm in love with you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no. No.
I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna put a baby in you.
Oh, no.
That's what I wanted. Yes! We're getting married!
Is it really what you wanted, though?
What are you doing in here?
How far do you think they go with it? Do you think we get all the way to a wedding before she bails?
No way.
I
No
don't think,
way.
I don't think they'll get to that either.
10 years of living together. Upsetting, but kind of great, man.
Just has a bottle of scotch.
For him. You also need an operator to
Yeah.
follow the beast. It's actually dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
With an operator, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to do it.
My mouth's been on it. It's not a big deal. We're pretty awesome wingmen for each other. Because
Right.
we're both the guy the girls want to sleep with, and we're both the other guy, too.
Both Iceman.
That's funny.
We're both Iceman.
God.
They're both Iceman. That's funny.
I know what they want sexually, and I'm not afraid to give it to them.
I get that from you. I get that vibe, man.
What about you?
I feel like I put off a similar vibe, but kind of more on the down low, you know?
Oh, down low.
That's so.
This was a great episode.
That was a fantastic episode. It flew by because
it was hilarious all the way through.
truly, it feels like we just started it. Like,
Yeah, it was great. I will say, we said in the video, or I would like to reiterate, this guy that Cece just got engaged to was kind of the worst.
yeah, I don't like him.
I don't like him at all.
That
I
was
thought that
awful.
was really awful to just take over someone else's party for your own selfish
He
purposes.
ruined my boy's party. He did. He ruined it. They literally were there to celebrate their friendship, and they had this great Queen song, and he just hijacked it.
Even if
He hijacked it.
even if Schmidt wasn't in love with Cece, which he clearly is, and this guy should be able to pick up on.
Yeah.
Even if that wasn't, they didn't have that dynamic, it still would have been really weird and not cool to take over a party like that. Hey guys, I'm just going to really quickly make this about me.
Yeah.
You know, this event that's for two other people. I'm going to make it about me real
Now,
quick.
it's not Cece's fault.
No, not at all. I don't blame her one
And,
bit.
You know,
No.
she brings guys around him because it's just their thing. You know, it's a party. Bring a date.
Right.
Whatever. Now, this guy he probably doesn't know that Schmidt loves her.
Shouldn't he
Maybe
know?
Maybe he does.
I would say Cece probably never told him. By the way, I used to date Schmidt, but I feel like in the interactions they've had, it's been pretty obvious that Schmidt is operating on a level of jealousy plus flirtation.
It's just very presumptuous to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Either way, it's like, hey, I know it's your birthday party, but I want to stand up and make this about me real quick. I got a job, everybody, so let's ignore the birthday boy for 10 minutes.
no kidding, right?
It's like, dude, do your own party.
and it's a little more than a birthday party too. It's not this one person. It's two people's party, right?
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
celebrating two people.
Well, and they're the ones that spent the money on the party. They
Yeah.
spent a fortune. The mic you grabbed and the stage you took over and all the people's they're the ones who paid for it all. I don't know. I know that it sounds petty. Everyone watching is probably like, get over it. All I did was grab the mic and propose. I know,
more than that.
but I think it was a crappy thing to do.
I love Schmidt and Cece. So
Right. Other than
Freaking
that,
me.
this you know, other than like, God, that guy sucks. What a pitch perfect episode.
it was
Jess's romantic ventures with I didn't catch the guy. Jax. Yeah, with Jax.
McTavish.
He crushed that. I really like at the end when he's crying on Winston. You just hear like him scream, cry into his shirt.
I met my third wife.
It was
I wanna marry you.
it was so
I'm gonna
good.
put a baby in you.
Yeah. Winston overall took a back seat in this episode, which I mean you have to, right? You have to have
Yeah.
episodes where different characters
Yeah.
step forward and different ones don't. And this wasn't really a Winston front and center kind of episode.
No,
It was really, and it wasn't much of a Jess one. It was really the Schmidt and Nick episode.
it was,
really.
but like they kind of teased the Schmidt, or I'm sorry, not Schmidt, the Winston and Jess dynamic there.
A little bit.
I kind of thought it was going to be about like the two of them, how like she kind of hijacked his friendship there.
Sure, I thought that would come up. I did. You're right.
Not
I did too.
really. I mean, it just kind of like blew up in her face, which we thought it would. So they
I
got
mean,
there.
for sure. But but they never had to have a moment where it's like, hey, it kind of sucks that you kind of moved in on a guy that, that I'm just trying to be friends with.
Yeah. And Winston's right most of the time.
He is, yeah.
Does he try to tell her no, and then you have to like learn your lesson after Winston told you already?
He told her, he's like, he doesn't like, he loves. Like, he knew it was going to kind of go that direction.
Just loves times 1,000, apparently.
Right, yeah.
I love it so
a
much.
baby in you.
We have dogs and cats. That's so great.
Yeah.
I'm fine with him grabbing the mic because that was hilarious.
The writing was top notch on that for sure.
Yeah. Do you think the porta potty is like a thing now, or do you think that like it just doesn't show up?
No, I don't. I can't imagine that being. Maybe
I'm a
they'll
small
do
business owner.
It might be funny if they do an event like in like 3 seasons.
Yeah,
and like they're doing
It's
an
like
outside thing, and it's there, and he's like, and he like we have a call back to him like, use my porta potty. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's necessary because the porta potty wasn't really a thing. It was there as a metaphor for you think you're better than me.
It was, yeah.
So it was like the really nice toilet versus Nick's crap toilet.
I hope that it comes back like in the background
For sure,
That
yeah.
would be awesome. Great continuity bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it was a lot of fun.
Just
I
on
mean,
the roof.
yeah, right. Or like, yeah, every time they go up on the roof for something, you
there.
just kind of see it in the corner a little bit.
The thing is disgusting. It makes me nauseous thinking about it.
It looked really gross.
I don't like regular porta potties. I just ugh.
Well, I don't touch them when I use them. Like like at sporting events, when I've gone to Arrowhead Stadium, I've before you get in the building,
Only if you have to.
right? You're you're in the parking lot for hours before you can get into the building. So it's like there it is. But I'm a don't touch anything kind of guy when it comes to those.
I would rather use one of those troughs that everybody pees in.
Seriously, right? Yeah. So yeah, that thing looked gross. But the thing with that I was most hung up on is there was clearly nowhere for the waste to go. It was just the thing sitting
just
there.
A big crock full of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it didn't seem like. I mean, they stood it up from the ground, which meant there was no like catch water or fluid or anything.
It's so gross.
Just if you really get,
gross.
obviously it's just a bit. It doesn't.
Sure.
We're looking too much into. I'm looking too much into it.
Yeah.
But it definitely struck me as pretty disgusting, which I think was the point. Obviously,
Not in the trash.
out of the trash.
That's the one.
What's that? That is garbage.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
$60.
No, this was a lot of fun. I like where they're kind of how they're doing the reset of Nick and Jess's relationship too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Nick is kind of respecting the boundary of we're not going to be together. We made a mistake, because his hang up was what I was worried about when they first kissed.
But it's more her.
But it's more her, right? He seems to kind of be like, okay, it was a bad idea. I wish I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of against expectation. She's the one that's more hung up than he is.
Yeah.
I don't know where that goes from
like
here.
physically running away.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And he seems to be doing a better job of just trying to maintain the friendship angle. Obviously, we don't know how that looks moving forward. Obviously, he still has feelings for her because he was clearly jealous when she was flirting with Jax.
Yeah.
So he's not over it either. It's just a question of him putting on a better show, which you have to do when you break up with someone, right?
Yeah.
But like if you date someone you work with, you break up. It's like, well, I'm either going to ignore and hate you, or I've got to act like we're totally cool.
Yeah.
Even if you're not. So you do that, right? You do the act like you're totally cool.
It's awkward.
But it's
That's awkward either
right?
way.
Right. But I think they both have to do it, and Nick's doing a better job of the act, even though they're both clearly still attracted to each other.
Which makes me think that it's going to be a thing. Maybe by the end of the season.
You think that's soon?
Maybe
They're going to date?
Maybe.
It's possible. I always just got the sense that it would be much later in the series,
I did
but I could be
too.
wrong. Right?
I did too. But like we're getting close to the end of the second season, and I feel like
That's true. We might end season 2 on them dating and
we're hooking up or something.
Something, right.
Like, because I think they're going to consummate in some way. I don't know how, but
at some point, sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be later, but now you're right. I think it might be. One, I don't think it's going to be the run of the show.
No,
we're 5+ seasons away from being done. There's no way this is a relationship that goes 5 seasons. I feel like. It could, but I think that really limits what they can do with the show.
Sure.
For a show that has 150 episodes, it's pretty limiting.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, it's so weird to call, right? Like that's the weirdest thing. So we predicted they were going to like have feelings for one another, right?
Sure, absolutely.
We predicted that.
Great chemistry between the two.
Them doing it this soon, it's like all bets are off at this point. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a thing now and then it's going to stop and then it'll be a thing later, or what's going to happen.
See, that's what I think. This might be like it. I think Schmidt and Cece and Jess and Nick are both going to be kind of an on again, off again kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't think Cece's getting married. I don't think she's done with Schmidt. I think she might break up with this guy to be back with Schmidt. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
I do too. Selfishly, I do too.
Yeah.
It just seems to make narrative sense. But then again, keep in mind also that Cece isn't one of the main 4 characters. She's like character number 5. She's just outside that main group.
She is, but she's right
so
there.
she's right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility that she gets married.
Mhm.
And because this guy isn't as big a commodity actor, I don't think, as like some of the Genslinger guests have been.
Yeah.
They could have him stick around for quite a while.
They could.
Because it's not like having Justin Long
Yeah, it's not Justin
or
Long,
Dermot
right?
Mulroney or
Because I don't recognize this actor at all.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to get messages. People like,
He's huge.
right, here are the 900 things that he's done that
Yeah.
that you guys forgot about or haven't seen.
Which I'm sure is true. I'm sure
Right,
he's done
yeah,
tons of
that-
work. He's obviously on a big TV show.
Yeah, exactly. And he's obviously a talented guy. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's done plenty of work. I don't know if it's before or after this, but at any rate, it's possible he sticks around.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, but again, really don't think they're getting married.
Well, I don't know. I hope not.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see how far they get into the wedding process, because this being a rom-com, it could be pretty freaking close.
If it being a rom-com, it could blow up at the wedding. You know what I mean?
Oh, it could.
We've all seen rom-coms, right? That blow up at the do you? I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
She could pull a Julia Roberts
Yeah,
runaway bride.
yeah,
She could.
Right, exactly. So it's hard to say, but the kind of zany show this is, it could definitely get to that point. Well, we will see.
We will definitely see, guys.
All right.